Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome to you. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly reads for March 2020, and I had a call in this month that I needed to bring messages from the fairies, and that's why I've got this backdrop of the fairy in the background. And so the decks I'm going to be using are the Karen K Oracle of the Fairies, the Fairy Forest by Lucy Cavendish. I'm also going to be using my trusty Cheryl Richardson self-care cards here, and also a deck by Colette Baron Reid, which is the Wisdom of the Night. As always, I like to do my little bit of meditative poetry before, so that is on this lovely little whimsical card this month, again fairy related, and it's a little notelets that were gifted to me, and the artist is obviously Brian Froud. If you haven't heard of Brian Froud, he did do a couple of fairy tarot oracle decks, and I just thought I'd bring these in this month to put my little poetry words on. So I'll just move that out the main frame to start with. I'm going to be reading for the lovely Taurians, so I'll just move that card out the way for you. And without further ado then, I'm going to start shuffling and see what the message is coming in for March 2020 for my lovely Taurians, message of the fairies. So I've got no format on this, I'm just going to go with the flow, so to speak, and we'll just have a look what comes out. But I did feel on my little bit of meditative poetry for the Taurians I was picking up with, it was literally saying that you needed to put yourself under the spotlight. I feel that some of you, and this has gone with a few of the signs for this month, you've lost your true identity, okay? And I feel March is a focus point for a lot of star signs out there, where you need to strip back to basics and tend to what your needs are. I also felt with some of my Taurians that be careful with somebody around you. Now, whether this is on a romantic or on a general, but I just feel that there's somebody using and abusing your Taurus. And if it is on a romantic, then they are going to make your heart bleed, and that was one of my lines in my poems. And for you, the poem for you, I meant to say, and it was saying here, just be wary, because there's people around you using your time and energy, and it's selfish for their selfish needs, okay? So the message for from the fairies, for my lovely Taurians for March, is from the ancient fairy card, and it's got elder, experience and lessons, okay? So there is lessons going to be learned in the month of March, hard lessons, and that's why I felt on my meditative poetry where I said be careful of somebody around you, don't take them for face value, okay? Because I feel that they are using your energy, your company, your time for their selfish needs. I want to say selfish because they are being selfish. You can't see that, okay? And I do feel that some of you may get bitten in the backside here, where you will get to the end of the month or middle of April and think, you know what, they really took me for a mug. And it's that kind of energy that I was picking up with. So be wise, because we've got the owl on this ancient card here, Taurus, okay? We've got the owl and it's saying be wise, okay? That if you do get somebody coming to your energy field where you feel they are asking a lot of you, okay, be aware here, be the wise, the ancient fairy here, and think to yourself, okay, am I really being taken for a ride here? So just be careful where you tread, okay, Taurus? That's all I want to say to you. Be careful where you tread. So let's have a look at the next card. Let's have a look. I do feel as well with the ancient card, some of you may be doing some study that is going to develop yourself, okay? There's an area here where I think that some of you are going to start a study phase, take something new on board, okay? So let's look what else we've got here. And I want to say as well, because obviously because I'm doing these live straight off the bat, shuffling the cards, be careful of somebody breaking into an elderly relative who's around you, okay? I want to say a message here, just to be mindful. If you go visiting family relatives, grandparents, mums and dads, okay, wherever it may be, I just want to say burglary, attempt burglary. So just make sure your loved ones, that there's something is secure, that there isn't some repair that is needed where somebody could gain entry. If there's a fence loose or a gate loose, I just feel there could be opportunists come in. So that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I just have to put that out there because it just jumped at me. I picked it up from this open window here, okay, and I just had the message here saying, please tell Taurians to put a vigilant out. It could be for yourself. There may be something that needs repairing, and it's saying, the fairies are saying, get that repaired, because it could be a point of entry for somebody. So it's not going to resonate with all of you, but I have to put that warning out because they're telling me to tell you that. So let's what else we've got going on for Taurus. So, and this is a really bizarre one for the girlies, I'm going to say. Some of you are on the fence here thinking, I don't know whether to get hair extensions. Okay, now this is really bizarre, and you're going to sit there and think, what the hell is Poetry Witch on about here? But I just want to pick up here with somebody out there who is literally, and because I saw the plaits here, okay, and I just wanted to say they're either thinking of having the hair braided, you know, with the beads in. I just feel something to do with hair, but extensions or braiding, okay, and it's saying you're and ahhing whether to go for hair extensions. So whether you do or whether you don't, but they're just mischievous here saying you've got to put that in. Some Taurians out there are thinking of having hair extensions in, okay, so don't shoot the messenger, guys. So that's all what else we got coming out for Taurus. So let's have a look. We have hope, okay, and it's got hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So here at the moment, because I like to look at the artwork, and having the dove come into this picture, it's about peace. So it's saying the month of March here, you will be more at peace in your environment, you will be more at peace with yourself. And I do feel with the rainbow in the card, okay, it's hopeful of better times coming in. There is something on the horizon for you, Taurus, that is coming in here, which is quite a nice card to have, okay. So I'm going to open this up now and just clarify this hope card that the fairies are showing me and just see what's coming in. And I always look at the wings as well, because you're feeling quite vulnerable at the moment, some of you, Taurus, okay? You're quite fragile, vulnerable, okay, with matters that are around you that you're dealing with. But it's saying here, have hope, because whatever it is you want to resolve on, because I feel like some of you are waiting for an answer on something, with the rainbow being there, then it's going to be good news coming in off the horizon, okay? So, and with the dove as well, it's just saying peace, you know, there's a calming coming in for you. So let's have a look, get some clarification on this, Taurus. So let's have a look. I also feel as well, I want to say somebody will be celebrating their 18th birthday in this month, because I just see here with the bracelet, okay, I just feel that somebody's going to be celebrating their 18th birthday who may be listening to this, or I've got a daughter or a niece or something like that where there's a celebration, but I want to say 18, not 21, it's got to be 18, okay. So yeah, and I do feel if it is your daughter who's turning 18, or you're going to a party for an 18th and it's a girl, I want to say girl as well, then I do feel a gifting of a bracelet here, or a charms to go on a bracelet, because the bracelet is quite key. So I do feel that's a gift that's being presented to somebody for an 18-year-old who is literally, and I do feel like they are, this 18-year-old who I'm picking up with, are going to be starting out on their adventures, and I feel that they have decided they want to travel a little bit as well. So again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I'm just picking up the message that I've got. And here we have got the word message. Okay, so as I said, I felt that some Taurians were waiting for some clarification to come in, some confirmed resolve of a situation, and that's why the message card has come out as well, because it backs up this card here where I was saying I felt like you're standing there waiting for news to come in, but it's saying that it is going to be a positive outcome, whatever this is, Taurus, that you're waiting on, whether it's news of a job coming into you, whether it's news of papers that you've put in for you know, signing to actually move residency. It's that kind of thing where you're waiting for legal documents to come in, or confirmation that you've got something coming in. Okay, but it is going to be a positive outcome if this is going to materialise in March. So again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I'm just going with what's been drawn out for this reading today, my lovelies. So let's have a look what else we've got coming in here. And we have individuality, okay? And I always look at this card again as a positive card. I also want to say on the romantic side of things here, it's about seeing somebody in their true colours, okay? So in the month of March, for some Taurians, I do feel that you are going to see somebody in their true colours, and this was what I picked up in my meditative poetry. Sorry guys, my battery gave up then, so I've had to just put my new chargeable battery on. So we'll carry on, shall we, Taurus, where I was getting to. I was just saying, wasn't I, that somebody's going to be showing their true colours to you. As I said, I just feel that from my meditative poetry that I did for you, that somebody is sort of going to be using and abusing you. Like I say, it's not going to resonate with everybody. And the other card that we had come out was the fledgling. Okay, so I do feel here there's issues around Taurus at the moment that I do feel this is matters of the heart to do with the romantic side of things here. So for some of my Taurians, there is going to be issues here around love, because if we look on her hand here, then you know, that I do feel that some of you are caught up in a relationship here. Again, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I do feel that your heart is going to get burnt by somebody, Taurus, okay? Because I do feel that, as I said, I've got this used and abused type of energy. So I'm just going to shuffle now one of these cards, and let's have a look what we've got coming out now with one of the self-care cards for you. So yeah, it's always sod's law when I'm filming sometimes that my battery gives way, so I do apologise about that, Taurus. So let's have a look what we've got going on then. Carry on this reading. Faith, okay? We have the faith card here, and it says on the back, have faith. Faith grows when you act without knowing the end result, okay? Now, this is about, I always look at this card, and I have said it before in my readings when it comes out, old habits die hard, okay? So there's things that are troubling you, Taurus, going into the month of March. But I do feel here, this is about allowing old habits that you've had. I just feel here you are changing and evolving as a better person in 2020. When I say better, I say in the fact of you are giving your own power back to you, if that makes sense. Where I feel that you've been used as a doormat in the past, you've literally been a yes, yes, yes person to everybody and jumped to everybody else's tune. It's saying here, you have got to start getting faith back in of who you are. And again, it's having this knock-on effect from the months before. I feel for a lot of my signs is getting the true essence of yourselves back. Now, with the red here, okay, I do feel there is something going to be coming in that you need to deal with as a matter of an emergency. Now, I do feel here, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but with the red, it is a red flag. And again, it could be knocking on from this relationship that I feel some of you may be in. It could be a red flag to say, look, you know, that a relationship has literally come to an end. And some of you will feel like, if you are already married even, that, you know, you've got to a point of where you think, I need to get a divorce. I'm not happy. I'm not living the life I am for me. And as hard as that may be, then it's, you know, trusting your own faith here, that you've got to start living a life for you. And that's why the flower is showing here. It's a dying flower, where, you know, the love that you had for this person, I feel, is no longer there, okay? And if it isn't to do with marriage, then it is to do with what I've said, where I feel there's this romantic element or friendship element where somebody is literally taking you for a mug, Taurus. And it's saying here, you've got to allow that friendship to die. You've got to allow that love aspect to die, because they are literally, you know, just taking every bit of energy. I call them energy vampires, really. They're just being selfish for their own needs and not really, not true love. So it's a warning. That's why that red's coming. It's a warning flag there for some of my Taurians. So I am going to pick another fairy card out, because obviously this is the message of the fairies reading for March 2020. So let's have a look what else we've got. So yeah, that's just a message there with the red rounds. It's a warning sign for you, okay? It's a warning sign for you on the general to say, look, take your life back into your own hands, prioritise your own needs, okay? You're not taking centre stage just to be fun for somebody else, you know, and you've got to start saying no, Taurus. You've got to start saying no. It's just crucial, really, because if you're carrying on the way you are, and if you're carrying the weight of the world, the worries of the world on your shoulders, something's going to break, and that's going to be you, okay? That's why there's so much red around that faith here. So it's saying, have faith, okay? Believe in the decisions that you've got to make, because you've got to make some tough decisions this month, Taurus. So let's just have a look. Excuse me, my voice is going again, guys. And we have the Sorceress. Rituals, power and will. Excuse me. So here, because if I like, again, I always look at the artwork, don't I mean? Can you see she feels like the ivy has grown around this person, okay? They've allowed the actual branches literally grow around them. And it's saying this is what you've got to do. This is how your true essence has been lost. You've been hidden away now for too long, in the metaphorical sense, as the true essence of you. And it's time to get out the pruning shears, my lovely Taurians, and start cutting some of this ivy back. Now, the ivy, metaphorically, is people around you, situations around you, your lifestyle around you. It's saying here, you have got the faith and the power now to get back on track and get back to the true essence of you, Taurus. I just want to keep going back to this true essence of you, okay? So it's about, if that's pampering yourself, spending some money on yourself, you know, starting an exercise regime, eating a little bit healthier. It's just saying, I just feel there's a lot of you out there saying, you know what, I am going to be taking care of me, okay? And it's a big transformation here for you, Taurus, especially in March 2020 is your massive big kick starting. As I said, if some of you want to go and have your hair done or change of hair colour even, okay, I do feel that it is a transformation. And with the rainbow as well, it's just about getting colour back in your life, Taurus, getting peace back in as well, and literally seeing people for their true identity, not, you know, these people who are giving you a false impression of themselves. As I said, it's matters of the heart for some of you, okay, not all of you on the relationship side, but I just like to put the general and the romantic in. So what I'm going to do now then is read you my little bit of poetry that I had for you, Taurus. And for this month I did it on these lovely little cards, as I said, the artwork by Brian Froud, and I picked this one for you with the daisy, okay, and it says, fairy flowers, what's it say on here? Fairy flowers grow strange flowers, okay? And it's got squelch, I think that's supposed to say. But anyway, my words in the poem here for you this month was, from the fairies of the flowers, the message for you, my friend, is stand your ground in the month of March. Make sure that you tend to what is important, prioritise your needs, and wake up to someone who is using you that will eventually have your heart bleed. And that is really these two cards here, okay? I do feel here with the heart on the sleeve here, and it's about being true to yourself with this person who I feel, you know, is going to show their true colours here, going to show their true colours. And that's why I picked up on that as well in my meditative poetry. So I'm just going to pull out a charm now to finish this reading off for March. And if you haven't seen the charms before, they're just a little box of charms I've got. So I'm just going to have a scratch around for you, Taurus. And we have, we have the fairy. I'll have to put it on my top so you can see it. The fairy holding out a heart. So it's matters of the heart, as I said, okay? It's going to affect some of you on the romantic side. But heart on the sleeve, as I call this charm, is about, again, getting this true identity back of you. This cutting back the ivy, cutting back the dead wood, okay? So you can start to emerge, okay, as the person that you truly are. You've gone through a lot. Who I'm picking up with here, you can tell by the picture of the artwork on this person's face. Okay, they've been through a lot, they've hidden a lot, depressive times, anxiety, worries, okay? You've just been totally lost, literally. I feel some of you have been controlled by other people, but March, my lovelies, it's time to get out the pruning shears and get your true identity back. And if this is cutting back people who no longer serve you, okay, then you've got to do it. You've got to let relationships go as well. But I do feel it's a time of study on the general as well. People will be starting to take courses, learning new things on the general. Something good is going to be coming in on the horizon. I picked up on that 18-year-old party, didn't I? Celebration for somebody who will then be travelling, I feel, abroad as well. And it was a warning for, there could be news that a loved one has got burgled, or there's a burglary or an attempt burglary around somebody, okay? But it's about, I want to say pamper. I just want to say the word pamper for you, Taurus, for March 2020, and spend some time on yourself. So my lovely Taurians, I hope you can take something from that fairy message for the month of March, and I will look forward to reading to you next time. Take care then, my lovelies. Bye.